Obedience. Going on vacation is the most exciting thing. A trip, and when the trip is with close friends, it becomes even more exciting. Today was the day for Amanda, Salma, and Kyla to finally go to Pontianak. They choose this destination because Kyla's auntie is living there, and it's been already 5 years since she didn't visit her. Once they arrived to Pontianak, they visited so many places and even went a little outside the city, knowing that Singkawang is kind of close. They all decide to go there to take a look at the view in Pontianak. They tried Pontianak traditional food such as tempoyak, chalo, pecel nanas, ikan asam pedas, and so much more.
On their way to Kyla auntie's house, they saw the Dheliz monument and all the parks around it. When Kyla was little, she used to come here, but she never saw the Dheliz monument. Kyla and her friends were so surprised of the development of the city. Kyla looks nostalgic and starts having flashback of her childhood in the city. She was so excited to meet and couldn't wait to meet her family. She wanted to meet her cousins. They shared so many moments during her young age. So, their first destination in Pontianak was Kyla's family. The house was close to the Jawi River. On arrival to her family house, she introduced her friends to her family. All Kyla's family was so nostalgic and remembered all the good times they had. Salma and Amanda become curious about her past and start asking questions. They stayed quite a long time there, but tired of the trip, they want to rest a little and sleep.
During the first night, Kyla was having a good night and even dreamed. But suddenly, she woke up. She thought she heard someone knocking at her front door. Kyla was still exhausted and wondering that maybe she was just tired and thought that she just imagined the sound. She still found the strength to go check the door. She went toward the door, started walking slowly. It was so calm that she could hear herself breathe. She stopped, put her hand on the doorknob, hesitated a little, and then opened the door and nothing. Empty. They were nothing. All that for nothing. Sleepy, she walked in the direction of her bed. But then, suddenly, she stumbled on the sketchbook. It was open. She went over to pick up the sketchbook. Her heart was beating so fast. She looked at the drawing. She saw the drawing of two faces. She turned the pages, and it was empty. In the whole sketchbook, just one page was used. She tried to go back to sleep, but she couldn't. Her mind was troubled and confused. She asked herself, how did the book arrive here? Maybe it was Salma's or Amanda's. She wanted to tell her friends about what happened. It felt like a dream. But the sketchbook was real. She tried to take her mind off what happened and grab a book to read. But she couldn't manage to focus. So she switched to music, but she was too tired. Her ultimate solution was to pray God. She found peace in her thoughts and feelings, and finally went to sleep. It was morning. Kyla woke up feeling dizzy. Managed to grab her breakfast, but her mind was still haunted about that strange event that felt like a dream. Kayla decides to ignore those thoughts and switch her mood, and starts her day in Pontianak.
The next night, Kayla dreams about the two faces she saw on the diary. She dreamed about two little girls playing around, grabbing each other. During the dreams, the two girls stop playing to give Kayla some water. Kayla wakes up suddenly, and next to her bed she found his same bottle of water that the girl handed to her. She started panicking and so afraid that she decided to tell everything to her friends. Her friends were sleeping in a different bedroom, so she called them. She told them everything about the knocking on the door in the middle of the night, about the sketchbook suddenly appearing with the two faces, the dream about the same girl that gave her water, and about the water who suddenly appeared too. They didn't believe her. They thought that she was deviating and just making stories, because all of this didn't make any sense. Kayla still succeeded to convince them. It was the middle of the night. They were sitting on the floor, scared, and suddenly blacked out. The lights were out, so they started to look for the flashlight on their cell phone. Once they found them, they opened the cupboard, saw a drawer and opened it. Inside they found a candle, and next to the dressing table they found a key. And suddenly at this moment Kayla was shocked. When Kayla saw the key, she immediately remembered 2 nights ago when she thought heard someone knocking on her door from the inside. She froze. She didn't feel comfortable and safe anymore in the house. She wanted to know about that key, so she looked for a closed door. She found that the door right in front of her doors. So last time when she heard the knocking, it was on her door, but on this one. Kayla and her friends were equally curious and scared. They tried to open the door with the key they found next to the dressing table, and surprisingly, it worked. The door slowly opened and made a sound, the sound of old wood that haven't been opened for so long. Kayla, Amanda, and Salma, mixed with curiosity and fear, entered the room. According to Kayla, this could have been the bedroom of the two girls because they saw 2 beds with pink and purple sheets. It was a messy room. It looked like the 2 girls were about to come back and play with toys they left in the floor. One thing caught their eyes. The pink was full of scratch. Kayla saw an envelope on the nightstand next to the bed of one of the girls. She tells to Salma and Amanda to come closer. The envelope contained a little picture. The picture was the exact same thing that she saw on the sketchbook. Terrified, Kayla dropped the envelope on the door. Behind the picture, something was written: Sarah and Lisa. It was the name of the 2 girls.
Suddenly, the girl saw footsteps on the ceiling, heard noise, and then a voice calling Kayla's name. The voice led her below the bed. Kayla bent over to see under the bed and found a diary. She took the diary and told to her friend that she found something. They sat and started to read the diary, then started sobbing and crying. It was the diary of the little girls. One of them was blind, the other one couldn't speak. Their mother had them because of their disability, and she didn't let them go outside and play with the other children. She kept the most of the time locked in the house. The silent one loved to draw. She used to draw on the room wall, but the mother always punished her when she do it, because she said it was a bad habit. Sometimes for punishing them, their mother will starve them.
After reading the diary, they felt sad and scared at the same time. Kayla and her friends still looked at the diary until they found something strange in the back of the diary. It was a written message that says, "She's going to do it. She's going to kill us." The three of them read it out loud, and suddenly they heard the sound of a door slowly opening and sound of clapping hands. It was Kayla's aunt. She was coming toward the girls and just casually asked, "What are you doing here?" The three of them felt the tension at the moment. Without hesitating, Kayla asked her aunt, "What have you done to your daughters?" First, her aunt smiled. She said that she felt unlucky and desperate every time she looked at them. And after giving birth to the daughter, because of what they were, her husband went missing.